The world collapses, then reforms. Once again, I feel that odd numbness behind my eyes. The pain at the top of my head is gone. I wipe the sweat off my brow and look around. I can't see Moed Snake's vapor anymore. The air is clear. Kurisu is reading a Western book like usual. Mayuri is playing a handheld game while eating a banana. Daru isn't here. I recall he said he was going out somewhere. I quickly swallow my words. When I wave my hand, no, Mayuri tilts her head quizzically, then goes back to her game. I sink into the sofa and close my eyes. Somehow, I resist the urge to scream in frustration. I have to think. I erased our memories with Suzuha. I changed the world line, but it wasn't enough. The divergence meter still reads 0.4%. How do I get above that 1%? Wait, if I try to solve the problem alone, it'll just end up the same way. I need to consult Kurisu.
Kurisu.
I lead her out of the lab. We sit on the bench in front of the building. Suzuha's bicycle is still absent. Kurisu frowns at her own words. I nod. Alright. From Mayuri. Ocarine, where are you going? On a date with Christian? I'm jealous. Jealous, I guess. It's been a long time since we got a text that, was lighthearted. Jealous. You want to go on a date with me? Kurisu gives me a blank stare. When we prevented Suzuha from leaving on August 9th, she ended up staying until August 13th. But that outcome was changed by my last email. What happened during those 4 days on this world line? It looks like I'll have to explain everything all over again. New mail! This is important stuff, guys. From Mayuri. I want to go on a date. Would you rather go to Sanbo or Kitchen Gyro? I told her about Mayuri's many deaths, and about what happened with Suzuha and Moeka. I also gave a summary of what Suzuha told me about the structure of the universe. Kurisu does not appear to doubt my story. Kurisu sums up what I told her.
IBN5100 を手に入れている。あんたの記憶が妄想じゃなければな。その世界線へもう一度行けることができれば、必然的に手元に戻ってくるんじゃない？な
るほど。そうか。IBN5100 はある時を境にラボから忽然と姿を消した。
前にそのことで騒いでたわね。あの時は岡部がついに妄想と現実の区別がつかなくなったかと思って。ここ
アメリカかぶれめ。何が大ゴッドだ。クリスチャンがクリスチャンとでも言いたいのか。
Oh man. Kurisu looks at me in disdain as soon as those words leave my lips.
誰がうまいこと言えと言った。
俺も口に出したから後悔した。
There's no time for
それ
puns.
でクリスティーナ、お前はこう言いたいんだな。俺たちが生じさせてしまった世界の歪み、すなわちこれまでに世界線を変動させた全ての D メールを打ち消していけば IBN5100 を俺が柳林神社で見つけた世界線へと戻ることができると。
From what I've experienced so far, I'm confident that the IBN 5100's disappearance from the lab wasn't due to theft. After all, I was sleeping at the lab, and whenever I wasn't around, another lab mem was. The lab was occupied every hour of the day. It would have been impossible for someone to steal that heavy computer without anyone noticing. It makes more sense to assume that a D-mail caused us to diverge from the world line, where I found the IBM 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine.
あくまで仮説だけど、私はあんたの説明だけをもとに判断しているから。もしあんたが事実誤認をしていたり、私を騙そうとしていたり、妄想を垂れ流していた場合は、この仮説はあっけなく破綻する。
This assistant of mine has no confidence in me at all.
この仮説を盲目的に信じてもらっても困る。保険はいくつかあるとはいえ、迂闊な行動をとってもしも罪になってしまったら、まゆりを二度と助けられなくなるんだから。
I know that. I'd ask for Suzuha's opinion too if she were here, but on this world line she traveled to 1975, on the night of August 9th. There's no way I can speak to her now.
どうして IBN5100 が消えたのか。これまでに送った D メールの中のどれが IBN5100 の消えた原因なのか。
I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm not absolutely sure about this, but I think it was when he allowed Moeka to send her D-mail, saying to, not to switch phone brands. And somehow that enabled her to figure out that the IBN 5100 was at the lab or something. I don't actually understand how that worked, but
それを突き止めるのが解を導くための近道ね。
わからないのはマユルの死ぬタイミングがちょうど24時間ずれたことだ。
確かに気になるな。ダイバージェンスが変わったことが関係してるのかな。バタフライエフェクトの可能性がある。それならほんの些細な原因でも結果には大きな誤差が生じる。とにかく慎重な行動が大切。不用意なことはしない方がいい。例えば一番危険なのはあんたが死ぬこと。世界線を越えて記憶を継続できるのはおそらく岡部だけだから。あんたが死んだらまゆりも助けられなくなると思いなさい。絶対に死なないで。
もしかして心配してくれているのか。
は？何それ？誰得？
as if.
そんなわけないでしょ。勘違いするな。つまり死ぬなって言ったのはあんたが貴重な被験者だからよ。そうなの。世界線云々はともかく、あんたのその何度もタイムリープしていながら記憶が継続してる脳ってのは脳科学史を塗り替えるくらい貴重なサンプルであって、あんたの脳をマッピングして一体何だから、引き続き実験をガンガンやってくれると私としても助かるわけ。タイムリープマシンはいわば私の研究の成果でもあるんだから。
A little bit flustered, Christina?
落ち着け。
Kurisu turns away with a sour expression. This assistant of mine can be difficult sometimes. Anyway, I consider her hypothesis. In order to return to the world line where I found the IBN 5100 at Yanabayashi Shrine, we need to cancel all the D-mails we sent so far. The theory is sound, and I've got nothing else to go on. I check the clock. It's 6:42 p.m. Only 1 hour until Moeka's raid. I decide to time leap once more to the afternoon of the 13th, just before the time leap machine is
ク
completed.
リスティーナ、お前の案を試してみる。
そう。
I take Kurisu's hand and grasp it firmly.
お前にはできるな。いつもすまない。
謝るの。バカ。調子狂うでしょ。そもそも 前にあんたを助けたことなんて私はちっとも覚えてないのよ。どう責任取ってくれるの？
Why is she getting mad at me? I just don't understand her.
できれば覚えておきたかった。そうすればあんたの情けない姿をネタにいつでもブギャーってできたから。
お前は実に性格が悪いな。
あんたが言うな。
With that, I leap 28 hours into the past. Alright. A bit more time. Time leap complete. I'm standing in the lab, as usual. My brain feels like it's been pinched. I endure the pain as I check my watch. It's 1:47 p.m. Kurisu's almost done with the time leap machine, and Mayuri is almost done with Lukako's costume. They should both be done in about 10 minutes. I leave the lab and sit on the bench in front of the Brontu workshop. Let's go over the plan. Cancel all the D-mails that have changed the past so far. Of course, that includes D-mails sent by people other than me. Specifically, I'm only concerned with D-mails that triggered reading Steiner. We sent several of them as experiments. For example, Operation Urge Stage 2, the Lotto 6 experiment, which involved one such D-mail. But the real problem is what other people sent. Mayuri and Kurisu haven't sent any D-mails. Daru sent his past self a strategy to win the Faris Cup, but reading Steiner didn't activate, so Divergence must not have changed. That leaves 3 D-mails to deal with, those sent by Moika, Lukako, and Faris. The most problematic one is the one that Faris sent, which is also the most recent. I have no idea what it said, so I don't know how to cancel it. Faris' D-mail caused a dramatic change to Akiba. All of the Moe stores disappeared. That's my only hint. I'm the only one who remembers how things were before the change, so I won't get an answer from Faris, even if I ask her directly. But still, I have to at least try. I should get in touch with her. Alright, let's do it. Contact list, Faris, call. The ringtone echoes in my ears. It's not connected. I stab the end button with my, and open up my mailbox. I'll write Faris a mail. It's Okabe. It's urgent. Contact me. There's no time. Just give it to her straight. I send it. Afterwards, I sit and stare at the screen, waiting. I've already tried sending 3 mails and calling 4 or 5 times, but 30 minutes pass without a single response. Unable to hide my frustration, I storm off towards Faris' apartment. I arrive at the tall apartment building soaked in sweat. I've been running an awful lot lately. It's made me realize how out of shape I am. I wish I worked out more. This complex has an automatic lock, so I have to call up from the lobby intercom. I enter the number for Faris' apartment, and a man's calm voice soon replies. Judging by the voice, it's not Faris' dad, but her butler.
岡部と言います。フェイリーじゃなくてルミホさんにお会いしたいんですが。
残念ながらお嬢様はただいまこちらにはいらっしゃいません。
じゃあ今どこに？
それについてはお答えできません。あなた様がお嬢様にとって好ましくない人物であるという可能性もありますので。
前に一度ここには遊びに来てますよ。
おっしゃる通りでございますが、やはり私からはお嬢様の居場所はお教えできません。お嬢様に直接ご連絡をお願いいたします。
He's obviously trying to end the conversation, so I panic to get the last word in.
待ってください。フェイリスと大至急連絡を取りたいんですけど、電話してもメールしても繋がらないんですよ。
では、お時間をお改めください。
Frustrated by this new turn of events, my anger threatens to boil over. Damn inflexible geezer. I leave the lobby. May Queen plus Nyan to the second, which I'm going to say for old time's sake, doesn't exist on this world line. Faris isn't responding to my calls or emails either. Where could she be? Underneath the incandescent heat of the sun, I suddenly get an idea. Daru. If anyone knows where Faris is, it'll be that stalker of hers.
Moshi, Okarin.
It's awfully noisy on the other end of the phone. But I don't care about that.
フェイリスが今どこにいるか心は
フェイリスタン
1秒でも早く連絡を取りたいのだ。
今すぐは無理じゃね。
場所さえ教えてくれればいい。フェイリスの行きそうな場所ぐらいお前なら完璧に把握しているだろう。
どこにいるかなら知ってるよ。
どこだ？どこにいる？
UPX の会場。
Is she in the tournament? UPX. I look up. I'm standing right in front of
会
UPX.
場とはなんだ？
今日はライネット AB グラちゃんの決勝戦なわけだが。
ライネット AB グラちゃん。
ライネットアクセスバトラーズグランドチャンピオンシップの略だろう。日本中のライネッターが参加してる大会の決勝戦だお。そこにフェイリスタンが出場してる。ちなみにフェイリスタンは今年冬のグラちゃんの優勝者でもあるんで、ディフェンディングチャンピオン。これ豆知識だ。
決勝戦
で、僕は今まさにそれを会場で観戦中。つうか今まさにフェイリスタンがデュエル中なわけだが。
So that's
今
why.
から行く。何階だ？
オカリン、チケット持ってんの？
持っていないがなんとかなるだろう。
それ無理。警備がめっちゃ厳重だし、テロ予告まがいの書き込みがアットちゃんにあったらしくてさ、きっとオカリンは入れない罠。
それなら外に出てきてくれ。俺も UPX の前にお前のチケットを貸してほしい。
だが断る。4時までには終わるから出待ちしてれば会えんじゃね。
おい、誰
That inflexible bastard. Looks like I don't have a choice. All I can do is wait, like Daru suggested. At 4 o'clock, tons of people spew out of the building. They're mostly parents with children, but there are also men and women in their 20s and 30s. Seems like a wide customer base. Some people are dressed in cosplay, and others are carrying Rynet goods in paper bags. They're the ones you'd expect to be here. Maybe I should try calling Faris again. The match should be over. Alright. Why won't she pick up? My frustration peaks. I tell myself to calm down, but it doesn't work. One obstacle after another. I'm on the verge of losing it. I pace back and forth as I watch the exiting crowd. I try calling Daru again, but now he's not even answering. Looks like I don't have a
ちょっと
choice.
すいません。
I approach several men gathered near the UPX entrance. They've got tattered leather jackets and excessive silver accessories. Not the sort of people I usually hang out
ラ
with.
イネットチャンピオンのフェイリスさんは今どこにいるか知ってますか？
あ
They suddenly give me dangerous
あ
looks.
ライネットチャンピオンのフェイリスさん聞いたかよお前ら
The man tosses a grin to the other members of his posse. Snobby, unpleasant laughter resounds. I struggle to suppress my anger.
知っているなら教えてほしいんですが。
Now the man directs his grin towards me.
てめえ
She lost, right?
あの元チャンプの仲間か
Yep. Former champ. While I'm puzzling this out, the man suddenly steps right up in my face. Just random violence. Something smashes into my forehead. Stars explode behind my eyes. I fall onto my back. It's hot above my brow, as if a branding iron was pressed to it. But that quickly fades into a dull throbbing. I finally realize that Nutcase headbutted me. What the hell? Why would he do that? Did I do something to this guy? Or is he a Faris hater? I wonder what they say about the term hater. Let's see, shall we? Glossary time. People who post negative comments about someone or something on the internet. They appear in places where fans of those people or things gather and provoke them by doing or posting derogatory things. It's not rare for them to cause emotional debate among fans. I stagger to my feet. The man stoops to pick up his hat, which fell off when he headbutted me. That's when I see it. Right on top of his head, there's a small space devoid of hair. There's no way I could miss it. A bald spot.
いきなり悪かったな。だが、てめえがいけないんだぞ。俺のダーティーなハートがざわついちまったんさ。アピール。俺の前で二度とフェイリスなんていうノーガン中な女をチャンプと呼ぶ。それが嫌だと思う。ストリートシーンにおいてこの黒の絶対霊度ことシドス様。身も心も凍らされるか決めろ。
The one and only black absolute zero, 4 degrees Celsius. Oh my god. This guy is an idiot. What the hell is this guy talking about? He's obviously living in his own stupid world.
俺はシド。数字の4に温度の5でシド。秋葉に降臨した最強のダテ割るライネット。誰もこの旅には近づけさせん。
What a goddamn tool. Oh my god.
知ってるか？ドライアイスは肌をやけどさせるんだぜ。
それはではなく凍傷だ。
I'm not listening to this.
何？
Oh my god. When I point out the scientific truth, the man with the bald spot and his lackeys get pissed. This doesn't look good. I don't have time to get into a fight. I decide to stage a tactical retreat. Afterwards, I go to the assembly hall and ask the staff about Faris. No luck. When I try calling Daru again, he says maybe she went home already, in a bummed out voice. I return to Faris' apartment building and ring the intercom again. The butler responds once more.
どちら様でしょうか。
岡部と言います。フェイリー、ルミホさんは帰ってますか？
少々お待ちくださいませ。
RightNet is serious business in this world line? I guess so. Believe in the heart of the cards, Faris. It sounds like she's home. Reminds me of some pro Yu-Gi-Oh players. The intercom goes silent for a while, and then the door's automatic lock opens, allowing me inside the elevator hall.
どうぞお部屋までお越しくださいませ。お嬢様がお会いになるそうです。
I give him my thanks and hurry into the elevator. Did you guys know dry ice is so cold it burns? Anyway, the butler guides me into the bedroom, where Faris is standing on the sofa, hugging her knees. Or sitting on the sofa, I'm sure I misread that. Because standing wouldn't make any sense. Yep, well, I don't know why I said standing. She doesn't look up, even when I approach.
フェイリス、やっと会えた。お前に聞きたいことがある。
She looks exhausted, like all the life has been drained out of her. I've never seen Faris like this.
一体どうしたんだ？元気がないようだが。
こんなことありえないにゃ。どうしてフェイリスが負けなきゃいけないのにゃ。あいつらの卑怯な邪魔がなければ。絶対に勝つって約束したのに。パパ、きっとがっかりしてるにゃ。合わせる顔がないにゃ。
What is she saying? No, wait. I think I get it. I recall what happened after Faris' final match in the RightNet Championship. That leather-clad asshole called her the former champ. I guess that means she's lost. And that's why she's depressed. Durr! Obviously. I feel bad for Faris, but I don't have time to deal with this.
フェイリス、聞いてくれ。
Faris blinks her eyes repeatedly when I grab her by the shoulders. But her eyes are glazed and empty of light.
お前は以前、俺たちが発明したタイムマシンで D メールを送った。そのことを覚えているか？
Of course she doesn't. You know this.
はにゃ。
I knew it was useless, but I had to ask. Faris doesn't remember. In fact, from her perspective, it never happened. How do I explain?
例えば考えてみてくれ。この秋葉にはもともとアニメやゲームなどの萌え系グッズを売るショップがたくさんあって、もし仮にお前がタイムマシンを使ってそんな秋葉を今のような電気街にするとしたらどういう方法を取る？
I know it's a really cryptic question, but I can't think of a better way.
タイムマシン
Faris murmurs with a blank expression on her face.
タイムマシン
She repeats the same phrase. Faris's eyes gradually regain their brightness. And then, all at once,
今日ま
she presses up against me.
何を？
She smells good. Faris's cat ears tickle my nose. I go stiff, not knowing what to do about this sudden turn of events. Faris looks up at me. She looks so desperate, I feel my heart pound
タ
faster.
イムマシンって本当なのかにゃ？
You want to use that to win your tournament, don't you?
事実だ。
Faris stares at me even more intensely, like she's trying to see inside my soul.
信じるにゃ。
Just when I get the feeling she believed me way too easily, she suddenly starts clutching her head.
思い出しそうにゃ。フェイリスはタイムマシンを使ったような気がするのにゃ。
本当か？
フェイリスはタイムマシンに乗ってビューンと。
何？お前が使ったのは過去へ送ることのできる D メールなんだが。
そうにゃ。だんだん思い出して
She's playing him so hard. Faris then holds her head and looks at me with tears in her eyes.
頭が痛いにゃ。
これはどういうことだ？
Does Faris have reading Steiner too? I don't know. I need to find out, but how? Calm down. I need to think. Should I contact Kurisu? Or should I...
今日まフェイリスは
Can I contact her? Assistant, I always want to look for Kurisu. I can't do it. Faris continues to cling to me. And all I can do is hold her warm, soft, slender body in my arms. I need to make her remember somehow.
頭の中がぐちゃぐちゃになりそうにゃ。
しっかりしろ。俺にできることはなんだ？
勝てれば思い出せるかもにゃ。
何？勝つって何に？
バイラルアタッカーズにゃ。今日の決勝の相手だったにゃ。でも卑怯な妨害行為にあって負けちゃったのにゃ。そのせいでフェイリスは頭の中がぐちゃぐちゃで思い出す
Oh
ものも
man,
思い
she's
出せない
playing
にゃ。
him.
お願いにゃ。今日まフェイリスは決勝で勝てさえすれば全部思い出すと思うのにゃ。だからタイムマシンを使わせて。
お前。ちなみにこれは演技じゃない。
At least he gets it.
何のことかにゃ。
Don't tell me she just wants to use the time machine to win her Ride-Net match. Considering her personality, that's actually pretty likely. After all, this is a girl who twists men around her finger.
ひどいにゃ。
And then Faris starts crying into my chest.
フェイリスは今日まのために一生懸命思い出そうとしているのに、それを演技だなんて言われて傷ついたにゃ。
いや、すまない。
Tears emerge from the corners of her eyes. I have no idea what to do in this situation. Judging by her tears, I don't think she's lying. But there's really no basis for that theory, to the theory that she'll remember if she wins the Ride-Net tournament.
お願いにゃ。
Faris whispers into my ear.
フェイリスを勝たせてほしいのにゃ。
Oh man. Immediately afterward, I feel something warm and wet on my earlobe. Faris brushes her teeth against my ear, sending electricity through my entire body.
待て。わかったから。
That reaction. I quickly pull away from Faris. That was dangerous. I almost exploded.
わかったフェリスお前の言う通りにする
Explode, man, that's a little premature there, Rentaro.
本当かにゃ
Philotima, oh boy. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel too.
ああどうしても記憶を取り戻してもらいたいからな
Oh man. Suddenly we've been wrapped up in something silly and ridiculous amidst all the drama and craziness. But that's Faris for you. Faris tries to throw her arms around me, but I quickly evade. She dives into the sofa awkwardly.
ふにゃなんで避けるにゃ
いやお前が慣れ慣れしすぎるのだ
I'm not good at dealing with Faris. She's using me here, I'm sure. I'm being tricked, aren't I? I shake my head. Even so, I have no choice but to help her win the tournament. I'll try anything that could possibly yield results. As long as I keep doing that, I'll find a solution eventually. I have to believe that.
これから俺は今日の朝へと飛んでお前に助言を与えるこれでお前は決勝に勝てるはずだそれでいいな
メールを送るんじゃないのかな
すでに我がラボでは意識を過去へとタイムリープさせることが可能な装置を開発済みだ
すごいにゃつまり強くてニューゲームってことだにゃ
そういうことだ
Don't play along. Whatever you do, don't play along.
だったらそれを使ってフェイリスを今日の朝に飛ばしてくれればバッチリにゃ
ダメだタイムリープマシンは俺以外の誰にも使わせる気はない
今日まずるいにゃ
あれはおいそれと使っていいものじゃない危険なものなんだ
It has yet to fail once so far, but my luck might not last forever. Suzuha lost her memory after traveling in a broken time machine. Her time machine was different, of course, but something similar could happen with the time leap machine. Considering the time leap machine's low budget and rush schedule, it wouldn't be surprising if it broke somehow. And there's one more thing. I shouldn't allow anyone else to change the past. My goal is to return to the world line with the IBN 5100, then use it to escape from the Alpha Attractor field. The fewer changes made, the better.
過去は俺が責任を持って改変する俺を信じろフェイリス
分かったにゃ
Alright. So now we're using our time machine to help win card game tournaments. Awesome. It's funny, like, Faris kind of started out as, like, my favorite, but as time has gone on and things have gotten more serious, it's like, Faris, your tone doesn't really fit with things anymore. I braced my wobbling feet, because what I enjoyed of, you know, her before was her playing along with this crazy, ridiculous antics, but that's not happening now, so. As my vision recovers, I check the clock. It's 10:38 a.m. The time leap was successful. According to Faris, she lost the match due to cleverly concealed interference from the opposing team. Faris told me how to counter that. Her plan.
サングラスと耳栓を決勝前のフェイリスに渡してほしいにゃそうすれば妨害なんてへっちゃらで 100% 勝てるにゃ
I wonder if she's right. No, now's not the time to doubt. Faris said that she would arrive at the assembly hall around 12. I head to UPX, making sure to buy sunglasses and earplugs along the way.